All right. Guten Morgen, Amsterdam. How are you? It looks like Ecosummit, doesn't it? Bamboo, green, nice logos of our sponsors and our little company, Ecosummit. Welcome to Ecosummit Amsterdam 2017. It's our second conference here in this beautiful city, and we think it's not only a beautiful city, but there are a lot of Dutch entrepreneurs and investors and corporates, and it's really great to be here. And let's get started. Very important moment of my opening presentation, a public thank you to our sponsors, starting with Shell, in particular the Shell Technology Ventures team, then the Dutch utility ECO Group, Rockstart, who are going to present their new batch in the early evening, the Dutch Amsterdam-based Smart Energy VC Set Ventures, Berlin TXL, the Urban Tech Republic, then the Dune Foundation, Stichting Dune, and our media partner Bloomberg New Energy Finance. A big round of applause for our wonderful sponsors, please. Yeah. You know, I like bamboo very much because it's a fast-growing plant, as you all know. And what we need is fast-growing startups, and we actually want them to be very big, hopefully a smart green unicorn. And you know, a unicorn is a billion-dollar valuation company, and there's actually one made in Europe coming from France, BlaBlaCar, valued at 1.6 billion. And I hope that in some of your portfolios and you will have in the future maybe a unicorn or maybe $100 million valuation startup. That would already be nice. And how can we achieve it? I think by just working more together and working together more closely, because this is a big challenge, yeah, to create big companies made in Europe that not only make a lot of money but also create a lot of positive impact for the planet. As you know, Ecosummit accelerates smart green startups, investors, and corporates. We do that in many cities already. In Europe, we do it in Berlin, Amsterdam, Stockholm, London, and Paris. And now I want to take a brief moment and give you an introduction to our new Ecosummit strategy, which is actually an ecosystem strategy, because we started with a conference business in 2010. As you all know, but we want to do more. We want to make more money with a couple of you. We want to work more closely together, as I said before. And that's why we are working on a new project in Berlin, a co-working space. So if you want to enter the German market, that's your place to be. We want to start a fundraising advisory business, helping a few, basically the best startups in the room with their next funding round. Could be a seed round, a Series A and Series B. And I'm very happy to introduce to you Gerrit Ellerwald. Please stand up, make some noise. He's a new part-time colleague of Ecosummit. He used to be the CFO of Grünspar. It's a company that was sold to a German utility called EWE. And I think he told me that he has done more than 100 pitches in his life, and he's really good with numbers and strategy. And he will be very happy to talk to a few of you during the day about your fundraising needs and how our team can help you, because you probably would believe us, we know most of the relevant investors in Europe, and we know them for a very long time. And the idea here is really to help you achieve a better funding round where you get more term sheets on the table, not only an investment offer from one investor, but from many investors, because only then can you start negotiating and can you start finding and trying to come up with a better deal for yourself. And then, last but not least, we have started to fundraise for our first accelerator fund. We actually want to become a fund manager, an investment manager on our own, and we are planning to raise 10 million to get started. Of course, we have a lot of sponsorship opportunities. I want you and your children and your grandchildren to put us in your marketing budget. That's really the key idea. And not only sponsoring the conferences, but also the new co-working space in Berlin. Our European tour continues on the 12th of September to Stockholm. We are going to the NASDAQ building. They have a very big office over there. And in Scandinavia, it's quite common that startups are doing a small IPO quite early in their career. When they maybe only have $1 million in revenues, they already do the IPO, and you all wonder why are they doing it. And if you join this event, you will find out. Ecosummit London, this will already be our 5th event. On the 22nd of November, we go to a new location. It's called LSO St. Luke's. Actually, it's operated by the London Symphony Orchestra. That's why you see the acronym LSO. It's a former church, and I want you all to be there because we have a church to fill. Ecosummit Paris on the 6th of March 2018. We will be at BPI France Le Hub. And then we will be back in Berlin for our famous flagship event at the Radial System on the 8th and 9th of May 2018. And as you know, we are not doing everything in clean tech at Ecosummit. We try to focus a little bit because focus is important in life. And our favorite sectors are smart green cities, smart green energy, smart green mobility, and smart green buildings. And of course, the goal is to accelerate the energy transition, not only in Germany or the Netherlands, but in every country in the world. And we really should be working together to create a low-carbon economy. We also like to call it a smart green economy or sustainable economy. And there are a couple of trends and key technologies you all should keep in mind and be aware of: electrification, automation, digitalization, decentralization, and then a couple of horizontal technologies: the Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, robotics, and blockchain. And during the day, you will hear a lot of these buzzwords many times again, I can promise you. I also believe that startups need corporates, and corporates need startups. And this is really another big trend in the industry, the corporates opening up to innovation made by startups, because they all have learned up to now that startups play an important role, and therefore the corporate plays different roles for a startup. Yeah? And when it comes to open innovation, it's more like a business relationship, not yet an investment relationship or shareholder relationship. The corporate can become a development partner, a customer. That is actually very nice if you get revenue from the corporate. A distributor, the corporate will be helping you to get more revenues. Or supplier, that's when they want your money. And corporate venturing, then someday an investment manager from the corporate VC unit is calling the startup and says, hey, we have done nice business together, dude, but now I want to invest in your company, and that's always a good moment. And then maybe sometime later, they call again, now a different team in the corporate, rather the M&A team, and that's when they tell you, hey, dude, we like your startup really, really, really very much, and now we want to buy it. Smart green players need to be in Berlin. I think everybody wants to be in Berlin. And that is why we are launching our Ecosummit Hub. It will be a space for maybe 100 smart green people. It will be open only for smart green companies, including our entire target group of startups, investors, corporates, and service providers. There will be a technology showcase, a lot of events. You would probably trust us that we know how to run events, so there will be even more smaller events. And then we will have an embedded Ecosummit TV studio. And this is to give you a short idea of a floor plan, how you operate different sections of more social to more private in the co-working space. And if we are all very lucky together, we can do pitching in the sauna. The Ecosummit Accelerator, the new idea, I mean, we have Rockstart as an accelerator today here. They're already operating in their 4th year. We have a little bit different model. We want to do customized investments, and just to follow the general idea of accelerating, we want to be raising 10 million. And then when we invest at the next Ecosummit, we are going to present to you a new portfolio company. We want to invest together with other investors, very important. And of course, we will be inviting a couple of mentors to work more closely with the startups that we are supporting. And the fundraising strategy is important. First, if you want to become an investor, you have to get the money from fund investors, so-called limited partners. And I hope there are some of potential limited partners in the room. And you can get involved by giving us anything between 100,000 and 2 million. And we want to make it transparent where the money is coming from. And we, of course, make it transparent where the money is going to. And this is our investment strategy. We want to invest in smart green startups that are doing software or a combination of software and hardware. We do it in our favorite sectors that I mentioned before. We will be based in Berlin in our co-working space. We want to invest smaller tickets, a couple of 100,000, and keep a couple of capital reserves for follow-on rounds, and then, of course, measure the impact, the environmental, social, economic impact of the portfolio companies, and follow multiple exit strategies. Yeah, and here's a final thought for you. Let's automate sustainability in every industry. And this, ladies and gentlemen, Damen und Herren, it has been my opening presentation for you today. Thank you very much.